Soccer sent his extra time. Rodrigo Salazar, Luis Artunda, Yes Sensei, Jason Calvo. Huge Argentina fan. We all are. Preface that this episode with that. We're going to be talking about Argentina, Bosnia, Herzegovina. Please, what do you think is going to happen in this match?
Argentina clear favorites. Argentina are going to beat them for sure, but Bosnia, they got to show them some respect. They really played well against Mexico. They qualified very well in the World Cup. They got Zeko, who's an outstanding player. They're very physical, they're very fast. I think the team's going to beat them, but it's not going to be the walk in the park. It's not going to be like the other games. And they got a lot to prove because this is their first World Cup, and there are people with a lot of honor and respect where they are. They're going to fight against us, but we're going to beat them.
And what do you think? Who's going to be the key players besides obviously Messi? I think
Di Maria.
Di Maria. Okay.
Di Maria is going to be one of the key players for the entire World Cup. I think he's the key. He's the one that's going to come back and forth. He comes back to back up our defense, who clearly has issues. He feeds to the midfield, and he comes all the way up the wings. I think Mascherano also, Dago also. Their passing ability all the way up front is fantastic. And Aguero, I think Aguero can be scoring goals.
Hopefully he has a little bit of injury going on, but yeah, I agree with you. We had Phil Shen on, and he pretty much loves Argentina. He can go all the way. One of the things he brought up, which was a really good point, was the fact that Messi had a pretty bad year, considering with Barcelona,
yes.
And he's kind of
44 goals, bad year.
Yeah, right, bad year. But they didn't win. I mean, Barcelona should win everything. They should even win the NBA
It's
Finals.
not Messi's fault.
Yeah, exactly. But he's saying that he was kind of holding back in a way, physically or mentally or whatever, spiritually, to just give it all his all.
Absolutely.
To the World Cup. What do you think about that?
What do I think about that?
Yeah,
absolutely. Messi was not giving everything he had there. He didn't want to risk injury. He's won everything. What he's missing is a World Cup. Everything is gone. And it's absolutely true that he's held back. You can tell he holds back, and then in a second he turns it on. I think you're going to see him. This is the World Cup for him. This is his last shot. This is in South America. He's at the perfect age. He has peaked to perform. He has a team completely built around him by Sabella. He has Aguero. He's got Di Maria. He's got Higuain. He's got Gago, Mascherano backing him up. This team is set up for him. Do I think he's going to score all the goals? No, because they're going to be all over him. So Aguero and Higuain are going to make it. But he's going to give 100%. If he falls, he falls. But I think he's going to do it.
I think that about the little vomiting spell he's going through, I think that's just nerves. He's just so nervous.
He's got so much pressure.
This pressure is on him. Look at Bill Russell back in the 60s. The Celtics. Before every game, he would have to vomit because the nerves were getting to him. But yeah, I agree with you. I think he can definitely have a really, really good World Cup. And you and I have been going back and forth about the defense, which I think is the only weak link in the whole squad. I think that ultimately, I want Argentina to win, but if they don't win, it's because of the defense.
Oh, absolutely.
Ellis, what do you think about that?
I agree with both of you guys. I do think that this could be Messi's year. I was trying to make the comparison between him and Maradona. Also, Maradona did peak at age 26 and was able to win the World Cup for Argentina outside of European soil in Mexico. He had a hard World Cup in 1982 in Spain.
Hard.
But he made up for it, and he was able to win in '86. And Messi, at this point, is 26 years old. He's at his peak of his career. There have been signs that many have criticized him for not pushing himself too hard while playing for Barcelona. But I do think that he always gives 100%. But that thought of the World Cup was always on his mind. I truly believe that. No Argentine player has ever had such a support system, so such a group of players, offensive players, as Messi has. So he's been truly a match made in heaven. Messi, Aguero, Higuain, and Di Maria as well. I agree with Jason. I think Di Maria will be the key, but not only to go past Bosnia, but to eventually win the World Cup trophy that the country is so much awaiting. But another key point, they do have weaknesses. Their main weakness is that central defensive role. They still haven't figured that out yet. Ezekiel Garay is coming off knocks from his time at Benfica. They have recruited Martin Demichelis from a 2.5 year outside outside the Argentine national team. So Edin Dzeko will give those two defenders a really tough time there. And uh, Bosnia itself, they do have weapons. Bosnia has Miralem Pjanic in that midfield. Now they have Hajrovic, Salihovic on the flanks, and also Ibišević, who's been playing with Bosnia alongside Dzeko uh, for the past 8 years or so. This I expected Bosnia to make it to the World Cup. This was truly no surprise because they also were very close in last European Championship. As we were discussing previously, they showed their true strength in that friendly against Mexico. It's a very imposing team. They're very physical. Uh, Argentina does hold possession, but they lack in physicality. Their players are very agile. They're very pacey, very fast. But it will be very tough to also match up in the heat of Brazil with physical players that Bosnia holds.
What do you think is going to be the scoreline?
In the end, I do believe that Argentina will come through. They will not waste the chance to impress and stack themselves as the favorite of this World Cup. And I believe it will be a 3-1 scoreline.
I agree with you. I think 3-1 is also what the scoreline will be. I think Messi's going to score. I'm pretty sure the Di Maria also score. And the space that Messi provides for the forwards, Higuain and Agüero, I believe Agüero will also score if he gets over that injury that he's dealing with. Jason, what do you think?
I was thinking the same thing before you even said it. I thought it was going to be a 3-1. I think Bosnia does definitely do it. But I think offensively, this is going to be Argentina's way of doing things. You're going to score on us, but we're just going to outscore you. That's just what Argentina's going to do. And that's what they did in the World Cup. I mean, in qualifications. Hopefully we don't meet a team that can score on us and to keep us from scoring. But we're going to outscore everybody.
Yep. That team is not Bosnia. But again, thanks again to Jason for joining us on Soccer Senseis Extra Time.